afternoon. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundant Television. We are syndicated there worldwide. You can find us on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And please don't forget the podcast, news.network.net is how you can find us there 24/7, and lots of awesome television talk show hosts are there as well. We're going to be talking about hydroponics in just a few minutes. I went outside and took some videos, and you're going to also watch me take the plants out of the hydroponics system, and you'll check and see how big these roots are, and then I'll actually show you how I'm putting those into concrete blocks and how that absolutely works. But anyway, we'll be on a commercial break, and I will be right back in just a few minutes outside. Hey everybody, so I'm back. Now I'm out on the back deck right now, and so we started the concrete block garden last year, and I'm going to have to tell you, I love it. I have had such a good time out here with this concrete blocks, and what I love about it is it's really low maintenance, no weeds. I mean, like virtually nothing. Now I have put together a few things. I want to show you what I've done. First of all, take a look at these tomato plants. Take a look at the roots. I mean, these things are awesome. So I actually started growing these in my hydroponics system late winter, okay? And this is what happens. Hydroponics is really awesome. But I want to show you what you need to do when you're going to plant your tomato plants. Okay, first of all, you're constantly pruning, okay? This is one thing I did learn in Master Gardener's class. So I'm going to take this leaf off right here, and this one off, this stem, and then this one off as well. And I think I'm going ahead and take this one off. Now remember, throughout the entire season, I'm constantly taking the stems off on the sides because I want to create all this really wonderful energy to go into the fruit part of this tomato plant. And so what's going to happen, see all these really awesome roots down here? This is going to be like a really healthy plant. And again, it started through the hydroponics. And what happened is it got so big for its britches, I had to start taking some of these tomato plants out. So I went on ahead and put them in the greenhouse. So that's why you're seeing dirt here. So started the box. You saw it just a few minutes ago when I had the other segment. So take a watch at what I'm going to do. And I have several plants we're going to go ahead and set out. We'll do this one first. I do have some compost right here. Having your own compost, I can hardly wait for next summer. It's going to be awesome with all these grass clippings and things that we have. So let me show you. I'll just go ahead and bring it around. Got to have water. And so I have this grass. Now this is some grass that was actually cut last year. I've got it in the wheelbarrow, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this stuff has been setting out all winter long, and so what I'm going to do is put this down into the concrete blocks. Now let me show you one other thing. It's so sunny out here, I'm trying to make sure that you can see everything I'm doing. So we'll just start right here with this one. So make sure I've got it where you can actually see it. Right here, this is one we're going to start with. Okay, so let me grab my little shovel, which is right here. And so what I want to do, I'm going to take some of this dirt out, because what has happened, see, during the summertime, let's go ahead and put this down a little bit lower so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So what I've done all summer, or all winter, I've let this, see, it's 2 concretes tall, okay, 2 blocks tall. These are 12 inches right here, and then this is 8 inches across. So I had the absolute best tomatoes last year. And remember, now we had a lot of rain with drought, so it's like it flooded it sometimes, and then there was a lot of drought. What I like to do down in the bottom, I just want to show you what the bottom of this looks like. Because down at the bottom block, on the very bottom, I filled with this, it's just grass clippings, where Phil cut the grass. And so it has this big contraption that he uses on the back of the lawnmower, and so it gathers up all of the grass right here. And then we put it in a compost pile, and we just let it just do its thing. Okay, let's see. I'm about to reach the bottom. This, I'm going to tell you, this is the absolute best way to garden. And look at all this rich soil. See, this is set with all of this from the previous year. This is set with all those grass clippings. And this is just a really, really rich dirt. It's a really rich compost. I put coffee grounds in it. Anything I'm throwing away, I go on ahead and put it in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take some of this out because I'm constantly renewing this. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to plant the first tomato plant. Okay, I've got most of it out. So what I want to do is get some of these grass clippings. Okay, so I'm kind of separating it. So I'm putting it right here into this thing. There's a lot of dust here because of my, I probably should have a mask on. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing the dirt from last year in with this compost and with the grass clippings. And I'm telling you, it's such rich soil. When you do this, first of all, I'm saving a ton of money. I mean, the prices of everything has went up. And, you know, it includes grass. I mean, it includes compost. It includes dirt. So this is money I'm not going to have to spend on this. And so the initial thing, the big deal is field cutting the grass. And that's just free compost sitting right there waiting for you to use. Okay. Now let's go ahead and add some more dirt. All I'm doing is recycling. That's all I'm doing. You're recycling and you're also saving money at the same time. So here we go. Now this tomato plant already has some huge, massive roots to it. And remember what I did just a few minutes ago? I took some of the stems off here, you know. So I'm just going to put this thing in here. I want it to go down pretty deep. And what's going to happen is down in these two concrete blocks, this is going to have such a super awesome root system to it, because you know what comes with your plants, and this is something else we've learned in class, is first of all you got to have a fantastic root system, which this does. I mean, look at that, the roots just go on and on and on. Then you got to have the roots, then you've got the stem, and then you've got the leaves. And the leaves are going to tell you, they're going to give you a diagnosis. If there's a problem with the plant, the leaves are going to tell you, okay? So listen to the leaves. If they start turning brown or yellow, this means they need nitrogen, or there's possibly other things they need as well. Now, I'll tell you, I'm not going to throw these into the ground. I'm going to save these. These are going to be part of the compost. Yeah. Now, if you have a diseased leaf, you would not want to do this, okay? You throw that into the trash. So there we go. I've got some more compost. It's going to go from this tomato plant. This is actually going to help this one live. Okay, now we got to have plenty of water. Got to keep these things watered. Now I have a garden that I'm going to be using, but this one is right offside the deck. So when I decide I want a tomato sandwich, all I got to do is come down here, just off the deck, just off of the outside of the dining room, and I'm going to have some fantastic tomato sandwiches. That's going to be awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some more of this luscious dirt in here. Don't be shy about the dirt, okay? Especially when you start getting your own dirt. You know, when you've made your own compost. That's what's going to make it. Okay? Don't mind getting my hands dirty. Now see, I've let the stem go all the way down, pretty much well touch the ground down there. Okay, and let's go ahead and put some more dirt. That's what they make shovels for, is what I hear. I'm really terrible at using my hands. Okay, so let's put in plenty. Now you don't want it like just packed in there, but what you want to do is use your hands and just go down as you go, okay? And I don't want to fill it all the way up to the top, because when it does rain, see, concrete blocks, the thing about them is they're porous, so they're going to soak in some of that water when it rains. That's why when we have so much rain like we have here in Alabama, that's why this is such a, see look, it's already pretty sturdy. But I'm going to add just a little bit more. I'm going to leave a couple inches. I'll test it with my finger, so I'm going to leave a couple inches where the water can kind of go down into it. So let's put just a little bit more. And see, this is some dirt that I actually have left over from last year. And see how healthy it is? Alright, so I want to leave it with just about this amount right here. Okay, let's plant another one. What I'd like to do is plant every other one with tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is plant some flowers on every other one. This is going to be good for two different reasons. First of all, if I plant these as big as these tomatoes are going to get, the tomato plants, if I plant each one like every single block opening I have right here, it's not going to leave me with enough space, and so it's going to get kind of crowded. I want it to where this tomato plant's got its own little space right here, and it can put on as many tomatoes as it wants to. I want it to be healthy. I want it to do that. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to take some of the, let's turn my camera just a smidgen so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm skipping over a block because I'm probably going to put some marigolds or something in here. And then the bees are going to love this. The bees are going to come around and they're going to get all this nectar and stuff off of the first they're going to make my tomato plants really healthy. Then another thing they're going to do is buzz around, and then they're going to get right in here where I have my marigolds or whatever plants I'm going to put down here. And then they're going to get around and really pollinate and get around my tomato plants. This is something I noticed also from having this block garden that turned out really well. In the past, I would, you want to plant stuff in the dirt if you can. The problem with us is we have sandy, our soil is really sandy. And also, we have a lot of rocks here. I tell Phil all the time, we could build our own little block building if we wanted to. It could look like Geraldine High School, has a block building. We could probably do that with all the rock. I can't tell you how many rocks I have shoveled up here. So anyway, here we go. Let's go ahead and make way for this. But one thing, when Phil was planting the fruit trees, man, it was a headache to plant those fruit trees because what he had to do, he kept running into rocks. And a tree is just not going to do well in growing with rocks because it's going to affect the root system as well. Okay, let's see. Let's dig out just a little bit more because I want to put some more of this awesomeness of the grass. And now this has to be dried up. It can't be like fresh grass, okay? So we want it dried. I'm going to put that right in there. Let's put a couple more. The chickens are out here. They're watching me. Okay, chickens. Aren't you going to do some work out here too? Talk to your animals. They'll appreciate it. Okay, let's go ahead and put some more of this awesome stuff out here. And I'm going to kind of mix it around with my little shovel. I'm ready for a big old tomato sandwich. What do you like on your tomato sandwiches? I don't like mayonnaise per se, but I'll tell you, on a tomato sandwich, I want a lot of mayonnaise. And I want some thick slices of tomatoes. Then I'm going to put a lot of salt and pepper. And then I also want to put some hot sauce. And it's really good too to make a BLT with it. Super good. I like bologna. You can put anything you want to. It's really good with bacon. That turns out well too. Alright, let's go ahead and get this plant. We were looking at this one. Okay, I want to go ahead and, remember we're pruning all year round. I'm going to take that one off, okay? I'm going to go ahead and throw it in there. Take a look at the roots already. And again, this came from the hydroponics. This is just, it's beautiful. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and put it down in here. This is so beautiful. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and take this one off. See what you're allowing. When you do this with your tomato plants, what you're doing is you're allowing airflow to go through the tomatoes. So all through the year, this is just going to keep putting out leaves, okay? Because it's going to be a really healthy plant. And so all through the year, I'm taking off leaves, okay? And when you'll do that, you're going to have these great old big, beautiful, juicy tomatoes. And we'll share a sandwich, I promise. Okay, let's go ahead and put some of this dirt in here. Just a little bit. Let's go ahead and water it down again. Okay. Now I'm being gentle. By the way, you'll have different, if you have a water hose like mine, right here, I don't know why we haven't taken the label off. It's only been here about 4 years. I like to use the shower setting right here because it's if I use, first I don't want to use jet because jet is just going to be too heavy and it's just really going to go nuts. But I like to go ahead and just put just a little bit, like so. Okay, but if you shower it, it's getting plenty of water, but it's not like just boasting down in there. You know what I mean? Okay, that's plenty. And this is going to be really good because, you know, with the show and all of the stuff going on, and of course now we have a podcast and we're on television 2 different ways. And so with this happening, I'm not having to spend all of my time weeding. And there's a little bit of work up front, but you know, something's going to pay off big time. Like this concrete block setting right here, this is from last year, and look, it's still in place. Pretty neat, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and get this out here. I have to tell you, I would love to have a candle that smelled like tomato. Maybe tomato and basil. I think it's just a beautiful thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it down here. Now see, I see this leaf. I'm going to go ahead and cut that one off. Okay? There it goes. Now what's going to happen is all that beautiful energy is going to go from the stem into the remaining leaves. And it's just going to keep producing, and it's just going to keep looking beautiful. Okay? Now, I'm going to skip over another one. I'm going to show you how to do one more. Okay, let's go ahead and go for this one. I'm going to make sure you can see, okay? So it's this one right here. Right here. I think you can see it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take some of this dirt out, and I'm going to move over this way just a little bit. Oh, by the way, you need to have some good boots, especially when you need the rubber kind, because the way it rains out here with the weather that we have, I'm going to have to tell you, you got to have some good boots. Let's raise it up just a little bit so you can see what we're doing. Okay, now here I am again. I'm going into this one. Okay, I'm taking some of the dirt out from last year. And the only reason I'm doing this is I want to put some of the, that's still a root from last year. I wonder if that was wanting to come up. Because what I want to do is put some more of this grass, this dried grass in here. Okay, it's the only reason I'm doing this. Okay, let's put some more grass. And we got lots of it, okay. Phil cuts grass for 2 yards. So he cuts both of our yards. Mother lives in the other house over there, in the yellow house. And look at that. That's just a bunch of luscious stuff right there. Love the way this goes. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more in there. Now you're going to be seeing that as the years go by and as you get more and more compost, you're spending a whole lot less money on buying soil and that kind of thing to make your garden richer. This is already rich from last year. Let's go ahead and get this one. Okay, and again, look at those beautiful roots. It's a beautiful thing. So I want to go ahead and take that one off. Oh, you know what? That has some roots on it. So I'm going to wind up planting this one. Let's go ahead and put it right here in the soil. Okay, so let's take that one off. That one, oh, let's not waste it. I'll go ahead and put it down in there. I'll take this one off and this one off. And let's go ahead and take that one off as well. Okay, now I'm eventually going to be taking this one off, so what I'll wind up is the 2 here. Again, what I want it to do is grow up almost like a tree. It won't be a tree, but it'll resemble one. And then what's going to happen is a lot of your tomatoes will have a rot tendency to them, and it's because they're hanging down too low and they're touching the ground. I don't want them to touch the ground. I want it to grow up taller. I want airflow going through this, okay? All right, let's go ahead and tuck this one down in here as well. Okay, let's add some water. I'm so excited about the summertime. I love summer. You know, a lot of folks talk about, I like the winter. I love the mountains. I love the cold. I don't love the cold. I love the warm, very hot stuff. Okay, so now we're digging into my time of the year. I'm putting some more of this dirt. And again, this is some rich compost that we've had here on the farm. I've had it growing and doing its thing. Okay, now I'm going to put more in here, okay? Now, I'm going to gently press down, like that, just gently, okay? I don't want it to be hardened like concrete. I want it to be kind of loose so it's really friendly to the roots down here, okay? Let's put some more in here. Okay, and again, I'm leaving a good couple of inches right here. And see how awesome that's going to look. And then when it rains, what's going to happen? Again, concrete blocks are porous, so it's going to retain some of that water. But I'm leaving it in here, and I'll go on ahead and this is what I love about concrete blocks, is it's kind of like a controlled with the rain, because ever since we've moved back in 2013, we've moved back to Alabama and we bought our grandparents' farm. And so ever since we have moved back, it's rained a lot. It either rains way too much or not enough. This way it's more controlled, and it's not going to flood from being in the ground when it's out, in this, we have this big massive floods that we can have here. And it's in a concrete block, and again, it's 2 concrete blocks deep. So see, I've already planted 3. Think about the tomatoes we're going to get off of this. Virtually all it cost me was seed, because the dirt and all the compost right here is from last year, and that didn't cost anything. It just costed a little time, and it's something that just kind of had to work its way around. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be back in just a few minutes with some more ideas. We're going to get some stuff planted here. Thank you for watching. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for 2 or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know, because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere MyPillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have MyPillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing MyPillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.